Hello everyone and welcome back to MLE. We are here in the Forbidden Temple. I am V++. I'm back here with Jesus instead of Grant this time. Grant has moved to A stream, but Jesus, how are you doing tonight?
I'm great. How are you doing this evening?
Pretty good as well. And we have quite the CL matchup for you today. We have the CL Sabres and the Jets. How about you tell me about the Jets or Sabres, whichever you choose, Jesus?
Honestly, man, you're putting me on the spot. I only knew I was going to do this about 5 minutes ago, so I'm going to have to pull up the documentation to find out what we're looking at today. But in the meantime, Ben, maybe you want to fill me in. What are we looking at?
So I see the starters here. We have for the Sabres, we have 35th and Solrak. And for the Jets, we have Shooting You and Timmy. I know Shooting You is actually 10th on the league for goals right now, with 47 goals on the season, averaging about 1.9 per game. So
wow.
I mean, I'm expecting a lot of scoring, but on the other hand, Solrak, who's also playing, has the lowest opponent MVPR out of everyone in the league with a 3.09. So maybe the Sabres defense is going to come out and shut Shooting You down. We'll just have to see here.
We will, absolutely. And from the sounds of it, this is going to be a great game in the CL part of the MLE series. So I definitely want to see this game. Let's get this going.
Yeah, just as the players are going to be joining the field here, we have 35th taking the kickoff on the other side is Shooting You here as we start the game, and they take the kickoff here. It goes towards the Jets side. Timmy gets a nice touch there. He's going to go for the aerial. Can he get out for the kickoff goal? He almost gets the double touch, but not quite there, as the Sabres just knew he was going to miss it and let him go with it. But as now Shooting You is going to take the shot. He gets it, and the Jets take an early lead of only 13 seconds on the clock.
13 seconds in, and Shooting You is already showing that he's got one goal down, and he only needs one more to average his season average.
Yep, to about 1.9 per game, and I mean, strong start here from the Jets here, and we'll see if the Sabres can respond. As 35th is going to throw it towards the middle. Solrak's not quite there, as now Solrak's going to take it off the corner. It's going to pinch off Shooting You as Timmy's now in an awkward spot, but he's got time to work with, as 35th does challenge him, but can't quite do anything here. Sabres just kind of knock it off the wall and give it to the Jets, as now Timmy's going to take it upfield. He's going to throw it center, but nobody's there, as 35th gets an easy clear there. Now 35th's looking for a shot on net. He takes the shot. It's just barely off the backboard, as Timmy's got a good clear. Solak doesn't really go for it. And now Shooting You takes the ball, but doesn't quite get much of a touch as he wanted. As now he throws it middle to Timmy. Timmy tries to get there, but can't have the back off there just the last moment, as Solrak got a mistouch there. But Timmy now goes for the double touch again. He can't quite get it as 35th throws it off the crossbar, and it's still 1-0 for the Sabres. Sorry, for the Jets.
Timmy's going to try to do everything in his power right now to clear that ball down to the other side of the field. It feels like that the Jets have been on their heels this entire time, getting pushed up against the wall. And as I say so, Timmy comes in with a great shot. Sabres are really solid on offense right now. They are making the Jets work for their money in order to get that ball on the other side of the net, even though the Sabres are down 1-0. I think that they definitely have an opportunity here in the next 3 minutes to kind of get a comeback and at least one goal on for themselves.
Yeah, it's still very close here, as now Timmy tries to throw it center, but obviously it seems like Shooting You and Timmy are going for more solo plays instead of the passing plays. I say that as now it's a 2v1 opportunity. Solrak gets a great touch on it to stop that attack, as now Shooting You's just got to throw it in this corner. Timmy booms it upfield, tried to get it to Shooting You, but obviously Shooting You was not there, as it was just a little bit in front of him. But Shooting You takes the shot, not quite. Solrak gets the touch again. Solrak gets another touch, and 35th get to the ball in time. He cannot, as Shooting You is going to boom it downfield. Gets the demo, and Solrak, 35th's out of position. Shooting You shoots, but he can't quite get it, but Timmy does get it, and it's 2-0 for the Jets. And just a great goal there by Timmy, as it appears my co-caster has gone a little silent here, as now we take the kickoff here, shooting you in Solrak. And now Timmy is going to go for it once again. He's going to try to flick it, but can't quite get it, as 35th now gets it center. It's going to hit the ceiling. Can Solak shoot? Yes, he can, but Timmy's going to be there to clear it off to the side. Shooting you now, going to the right side, can't quite get it there. And now it's 35th's chance, gets it over Timmy, but shooting you does get the touch that he needs to get it out of the zone, as now Solrak's got to wait. He gets one touch. Can Timmy boom it back downfield? He can, but actually gets the boost stolen from him, so he has no boost left. But he does get it in the center, but unfortunately with that no boost, he couldn't make the solo play that they've been looking for. But 35th now has to make a recovery here.
I'm back. I am sorry about that.
All right. Welcome back, as now shooting you goes for it again. Timmy shoots, can't quite get it in, as now Solrak has to boom it downfield again. He goes for it. He stops it. He's going to pass it to 35th, but blocks him instead of getting out of the way. And it's just an awkward situation now, as now it's Sabres have a ball in front of the net. Timmy shoots not quite where he wanted it, as now shooting you's on the other side of the net. He centers it. It's not. Nobody's there, and Solrak clears it. We still have about a minute left, and it looks like the Jets are in the lead to take this one.
Absolutely. The Jets had that 2-0 lead, which I think is going to grow to a 3-0 lead. Oh no, I am mistaken. They're going to keep that 2-0 lead, and really, the Sabres have really solid offensive pushes. It just seems like, as right now, their defensive pairing is just not doing the job. So maybe they need to take the next 54 seconds of play and kind of reevaluate on the next 4 games are going to go. This is game 1, and you're already down 3-0. What else can they do?
Yeah, I mean, just the defensive pairing is, I like, the rotations are good. I think just the Jets are taking their opportunities when they can. They've only had really one main missed opportunity here, as now Timmy's going to take it. He's going to flick it over one. He's going to get another goal, and a great little flick solo play there to increase the lead.
I think that the Sabres are a little shook up there as their rotation. I saw that 35th is going for mid boost when he should be rotating back to help out Solaric when he had that ball go over his head. I think you're right. It does come down to rotations, and they are just not keeping up with that CL speed that we normally see on rotations.
Yeah, 35th's going to get a good save there. It was kind of just straight at him, and it was kind of awkward for him, but he did get the save here, as they kind of have a little miscommunication, it looks like, but 35th does eventually go for it. But shooting you takes the shot. Solrak with a barely save, but shooting you's going to send that home. He got a no man's land, made the good save, but it wasn't good enough, as shooting you bangs it home for another goal, and Jets turned on fire here with the last minute.
Timmy had a phenomenal bump on 35th to bump him out of the play, putting him back on the offensive side, his offensive side of the field, leaving Solaric there in the backfield by himself to really defend that open net, which normally you'd think is not that hard to do, but when you have a 2-on-1 offense coming at you, there's really not much you can do.
Yeah, and a very dominant game here to start from the Jets, as he booms it downfield. This should touch the ground, unless shooting you tries to go for another goal. You can't quite get it on net. It's just going to touch the ground. First game to the Jets. It goes to the Jets, and I mean, 5-0 with 14 shots on net. Wow.
It is.
I didn't even realize they shot that much.
14 shots is something to be shocked by, because you see that there's still 14, but that does mean the Sabres aren't doing the worst job on defense. They're just letting in those few goals, and this, the amount of shots that are taken, they're letting in 1 out of every 3 goals. But in the grand scheme of things, that's actually not that bad. It's just the Jets' offense seems to be annihilating the net here.
Yeah, just keep throwing shots on net, I guess. That's the Jets' game plan, and it worked for them in game 1. I mean, Sabres only got 2 shots in response, and you have to think maybe the Sabres' game plan from the stats that I just put out, maybe that is their game plan, is just sit in the back of the net, wait for the counterattacks. And the Jets' plan is just shoot it until it goes in. just keep shooting as we're going to get into the next game here. And I mean, I'm expecting more of those shots from the Jets side, but hopefully the Sabres can either limit those shots or possibly save them here as we get into game 2. It's going to be Timmy and I believe Solrak. Yes, sorry, it's going to be 35th taking the kickoff for him, as now Solrak's going to get a chance to throw this center here. 35th should be there, but Solak with a great little doink towards the net. I don't think Timmy was expecting it, but he gets the save anyway. As now Solrak's on a 1v2 situation. A great job putting it off to the side, as now it's 35th and Timmy both going for the ball. 35th mids, Solrak has to get it out of play, but Shooting You make sure to keep it in, as now Shooting You is going to get a pass center. Timmy's there. Can he put it on net? Not quite on net, just a barely off, but again, the shooting is there from the Jets.
The shooting is there from the Jets, already putting one shot on net. However, the Sabres also have one shot on net, but really, they keep leaving that net open. They've done it twice now. Just now, they got very lucky to not have that ball fly back right over their heads. But now, with them going on the offense, I think you're right. They're going to sit back in that net and kind of wait to see if the Jets make a mistake.
Yeah, that seems to be the play style right now, as Solrak is now sitting back. He's going to take this off the back wall. He's now got what looks like maybe a 1v2 situation here, as he's looking for 35th. He can't quite get the pass to him, but he's still going to control the ball as Timmy makes a mistouch. He gets it over, and Shooting You barely makes the save. Gets it off the post, as it's still 0-0 here, but Timmy makes another mistouch, and Shooting You's got to go save it. As, I mean, just a missed opportunity there from the Sabres. I feel like they probably could have banged that one home and gotten themselves a lead.
I think they could have also, and now with a wide open net, Shooting You puts it in as an own goal. He tried his hardest to prevent that goal from going in by Solrak, but honestly, they did exactly what we just talked about. They just waited for that open net opportunity to show up, and they took it. Let's see if they can maintain this lead over the next 3 minutes and 17 seconds. My money is that they can. However, if the Jets show anything like they did last game, maybe we have a nice game going.
And as you say that, Timmy, I mean, you just cast a curse to them. Timmy's going to bang that one home. I mean, 35th had a bad touch there, just kind of threw it center. I think he wasn't expecting Shooting You to be there and just kind of get in his way. But, I mean, we're back to a tie game here, as now it's Timmy and 35th going for the kickoff here. Sorry, Shooting You and Solrak. I was completely wrong there. Left goes, I guess.
They threw you through a loop there.
Yeah, it really threw me for a loop. Both teams went the opposite direction I thought. But now we're going to see Solrak. He's going to take his time. He's going to throw it to the 35th, but that was not the pass he wanted, as 35th backs off. But now 35th throws it down the field here. And now it's Solrak. He's trying to get it center. He does get it center. Can 35th get the shot? Yes, he can. And a great pass shot gets the Sabres the lead once again.
Solrak, that must have been a nice conversation to have. I hope 35th called that, saying, hey, look, I am center. I'm going to take this shot. If not, Solrak put that in a kind of an awkward position. Good thing 35th was there to put that in the back of the net.
Yeah, great passing play there. And I think they've finally gotten it kind of down. I think they've gotten the Jets down. They've gone, okay, this is how we get it past them. Jets don't have as many shots as they did the last game. Of course, there is still 2 minutes left here, as Shooting You is going to take it down the field, hopefully getting another shot. He tries to get it past one, but 35th gets a nice challenge. As Solrak booms it down the field to an open net. Timmy was in no man's land, and it's 3-1 to the Sabres.
That was a beautiful long shot. He saw Timmy just wasn't going to get back in time, and he knew if he could get it, a nice boomer off that from half court, he knew that was going to go in the back of the net. Timmy should have played that a little smarter, maybe turning a little earlier than he did to contest that, but left it open net, and the Sabres scored.
Yeah, and it was just an open net opportunity, but now Timmy, almost a passing play that from Shooting You to Timmy, almost resulted in a goal, but 35th just getting bumped down the field by Timmy, but that might actually come out to hurt the Jets as they both miss. Oh, how can you miss that save, as Solrak just goes, oh, okay, I guess I'll take that.
That must have been a huge miscommunication or a general personal error something, their controller went down, who knows, but that ball should not have ended in the net. But it did, giving that Sabres the 3-up on the Jets, and I think that is now 3 unanswered goals, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, that is correct. 3 unanswered goals coming out from the Sabres here. It was 1-1 when you cast or cursed them. And, I mean, hopefully you're not going to cast or curse them again, as Solrak's going to take the shot, but it's just slightly off. But Timmy was there for the save anyway, but he actually has to go for boost. So he just throws it back in the middle. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. I think he's trying to throw him off here because he now has an open net. Throws it off the backboard. Solrak has to save it, but 35th gets bumped and shooting you with the double touch. You can't do that, man.
What a beautiful double touch. Shooting you, I thought in my head, oh, he put it off. He's not going to be able to score that. And then sure enough, he turns his card just to the side, knowing that he's got 35th directly underneath him. And if he can get to the other side of the net, that's an easy goal. What a beautiful shot, however.
Yeah, amazing shot there from Shooting You. And remember, we have the play of the week. So if you see a clip, definitely submit that. Play of the week sponsored by Balls Garana, as we were talking about last game. I mean, Grant showing up with all the Balls Garana merch, but here we go. Solrak now. He's gonna dribble it. He's in the Merc. He's got an open net. Yes, he can. Gets it past Shooting You and gets it past Timmy as well to get another goal. And goes, okay, yeah, you can double tap, but I can just dribble it right by you.
Dribbling with the Merc, man, that is something that I've never tried to do because I thought the Merc is just too boxy. But Solrak showing, like, hey, check out what I can do with this big old box of a car.
Big old box indeed. I mean, the Merc did just get a new hitbox. That's probably why we're seeing it out today here. As Solrak can't quite get it up. It's just behind him. He was front post instead of back post, and Timmy with the great shot, realizing of the mispositioning.
I completely agree. Timmy looked and saw Solrak on that far, or on the closer post, and realized he just needs to go far post for an easy goal.
Far post indeed, but I mean, Sabres are still up by 2. It's going to take a little bit from the Jets. They need to score kind of now in order to get this back and possibly get this into overtime or take the win here, as he throws it mid for Shooting You. Can't quite do it again. He's going to throw it mid again, but 35th 50s him, as now Shooting You's got to get back to defend. He gets a good touch there, but I don't know if it's going to be enough, but he goes for it again as he knows Solrak isn't there. He's going to try to throw it center, but Solrak gets the great touch on there, and another great 50, as it looks like the Jets are just throwing everything they can, as now they know Solrak doesn't have any boost. Hopefully, as now Shooting You takes the shot, he can't quite get it, and we get down to the final 7, 6, 5 seconds, and it looks like the Sabres are going to take game 2 as Timmy launches it down the field. This should touch the ground, and Sabres take game 2.
What a phenomenal game for the Sabres. They really came back there. I mean, the Sabres put 7 shots on net and were able to put in 5 of those. That is a phenomenal shooting percentage. I do believe that it was at 80%. I can't do math. Don't ask me. It's too late. However, the Jets putting up 8 shots and only scoring 3. I mean, it's similar to their last game where they put up 15 shots and you make more than 5 of them. You're shooting pretty well.
It doesn't seem like shooting percentage is the Jets' forte. They just keep throwing shots at net. And, I mean, that is a valid strategy. Just keep throwing the shots at net until it works. But at some point, all it takes is just a clear downfield like the Sabres have been doing, and they get punished for it. And I think the Sabres have figured that out now. So I want to see now, can the Jets adjust to the Sabres now figuring out how to stop the offensive from the Jets?
Yeah, they certainly do. They stopped letting those balls go in and started making more saves. And however, I think they really did start taking that more effect of they're sitting back in net waiting for somebody to make a mistake. And unfortunately for the Jets, they made a lot of them in that last game.
Yeah, I mean, the mistakes that you can fix too, it's not, I wouldn't say like mistakes that are like just, okay, you missed just like blatantly and it wasn't like, it would, I mean, it's just small little mistakes here and there that they know they can fix. Just a slight tweak of the car here Actually, Solrak's going to throw it mid, but 35th didn't think it was hitting the ceiling, and Timmy's just going to take the open net. He's like, oh, okay, thanks, I guess.
Absolutely, yeah. Not reading that ball as well as he should have, but did leave Timmy that opportunity to throw that ball all the way downfield at a wide open net. Sabres need to really kind of pay more close attention on where that ball is going to go. I mean, it is a tough read. This is CL, which is our champion division, so you're not expecting them to read everything, but some of those should be easily read.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that was mostly just a misread there, but I was mentioning the small mistakes there. Just realizing that, okay, maybe don't go for that next time, but again, I mean, we'll see here. I mean, this is all about just the tiny mistakes, I think, is what's going to happen here, is now Timmy's going to get a chance. Can he get it past the other? Yes, he can. Solrak is backwards for some reason, and Timmy gets another goal for the Jets, 2-0.
Solrak was trying to go far post, but unfortunately he didn't realize that ball was coming directly back his way until it was too late. If he would have maybe backflip or side flip into that, he could have had an opportunity to save it, but that just was not in the cards for him.
Yeah, and a great passing play. Can we see the passing play come out of the Jets? So close. It went just shooting you to Timmy and then back to shooting you again. It almost led to a goal here, but luckily the Sabres are able to get it out. Shooting you gets a good 50 there. He gets it over Solrak, and it's another error by Solrak that costs them the goal. And again, just no man's land. I mean, 35th should have had that, but just another mistake by the Sabres, and it's 3-0.
I think the Sabres are pushing up now more than they were last game. And I think they need to go back to playing that passive offense where they're going to wait for mistakes. And them pushing up has made more mistakes on their end, and they're paying for it now, going down 3-0.
Yeah, the definite mistakes from the Sabres, I mean, just not really not really like doing much. But I mean, we'll see here, as 35th now is going to take it on the ceiling. He's gonna go for the double tap, but shooting you says no, not today. I can do it, but you can't. As now Timmy's gonna get the flick here. Solrak gets a good save, but he almost got caught in no man's land again, as 35th has to clear it out of his net. But Solrak throws it over the shooting you. Shooting you goes for it. Luckily Solrak was there, but that was almost a huge misplay as well. As now Timmy and shooting you don't really communicate there. They kind of just pinch it by, as now 35th takes a shot. Timmy with a great save there. As now shooting you is going to try to take it down the field. Just a mid-touch there, but bumps Solrak and opens up the door for Timmy. Can he put it away? He can't quite, as 35th was back. And Solrak with the great touch mid. Can 35th finish it? Yes, he can. And the Sabres are right back in it with 2 minutes 30 left.
35th didn't need to finish it. That ball was going in regardless. Timmy just wasn't going to get there in time. However, it is always good to secure the goal, especially when you're down by, it was 3 at the moment, now down by 2. I think that Sabres are trying to adjust themselves mid-game as we reach halftime. But if the Jets keep on their Jets, they're going to win this game outright, because there's the amount of mistakes that the Sabres keep making.
Yeah, but it looks like they've been cleaning it up just a tiny bit here towards the end, as Solrak takes a great shot, but it has to get cleared to the side. As it's looking like the Sabres are more on the offensive half here, as 35th takes a shot. He gets it past both, and he gets out of the way for Solrak to pound it through, and we got 2 minutes left. The Sabres have closed it down to 1.
2 minutes left, and that's a lot of time left in Rocket League. We've seen goals scored in a lot less time, and considering you only need to be up by 1 goal to win and you're only down by 1, that does mean that they've got about a minute per goal they need to score. And if they can keep up with that pressure that they're doing now on offense, I think they might have a chance. However, the Jets, with beautiful demolitions, opening that net up to show that they can score open net goals.
Yes, they can. As shooting you just takes his time here, knowing that one's demoed, and gets actually a great angle there to throw it in. I'm not quite sure where the other one was in that play from the Sabres, but I mean, they still got about 2 minutes left here to get it back, as it goes on the Sabres side. 35th has an awkward touch that he's got to make. He does throw it out, but Timmy's there to catch it. Solak with a great 50 and a save, but all Shooting You's got to do is get it by them, and it's just floating in. 35th with the save. What a save by 35th on the line. Solak clears it out, but it's a savior from. It's just the save from 35th that keeps him in it for now. As Shooting You just bumps Solak off to the side. He goes, no, you can't take this. Because now Solak misses, but 35th was back there and hopefully taking it. As now 35th pops it up. Solrak's got to go, but he almost gets bumped by Shooting You, but Timmy also misses. They've got an open net for now. Unless Shooting You can get back, he can, but he's going to try to get bumped, but Solrak just doesn't feel comfortable committing there as he knows the pass was missed, the demo was missed. As now Timmy throws it back. We've got about a minute left here. As now 35th goes for the dribble, but Shooting You just dunks him and scores, and it looks like that's the dagger to end this game.
Absolutely, that is the straw that broke the camel's back. And honestly, I think that read was beautiful by Shooting You. He knew that if he challenged him, he was going to win the challenge, but he challenged it at just the right time. He was able to bounce that ball off the top of that car and put it going straight into the net.
And I think it was more, okay, I know I'm up. I know we're up, and ooh, a goal line save by Timmy. But I know we're up. I just need to waste time here, and the only way I can do that is just challenging this ball right now. And he obviously did that, and actually resulted in a goal here. But Solrak's going to go for the air dribble with the Merc. The big boy Merc can't quite get the air dribble done, but 35th with a great 50, and Solrak with an even better 50 gets the goal. We got 21 seconds left. Maybe the Sabres can come back with two kickoff goals.
They absolutely can. That's the best part about Rocket League is it's not over until that ball touches the ground after the clock hits 0. And really, kickoff goals are the way to go. And Sabres even win the kickoff here, putting that ball down in the right direction.
Yeah, but Timmy gets a good clear there, but it wasn't the best, as now 35th gonna have. He doesn't turn it. You gotta turn, and Timmy knows, okay, I can just take my time with this. It's game over. As they're just gonna launch on the field, hit the ground, and the Jets are gonna take game 3.
Jets taking game 3. Honestly, I'd like to say it was a surprise, but honestly, look at the amount of shots that the Jets put on again. That is 13 shots in a single game, scoring 5 goals. They are shooting phenomenally. And it's, the old saying, quality over quantity. Well, these guys say quantity over quality. They are just lobbing everything they can at that net, hoping something sticks. And I think that the Sabres need to either take a play from their book, or they need to play like they played in the second game where they ended up winning.
Yeah, and I mean, the Sabres had 8 saves, so it's not like the Jets are just throwing it on the post. They're always throwing it on net, forcing the Sabres to make the save. And I think the Sabres just need to, again, limit those shots. Don't let them get that many shots, because obviously they're just going to keep throwing it on net and forcing you to make those saves. And if you can't be there to make the saves, well, too bad. It's in. That's just what it is.
Absolutely.
We get into game 4 here, and Jets are on match point, and obviously we play all 5 games no matter what happens. But if Sabres can limit the shots, I think they can take this game again.
Oh, absolutely. I do agree. The Sabres played a good game with as many saves as they had, but the Jets were really piling on the shots.
Yeah, as now Solrak's gonna go. He actually gets demoed by Timmy there, and that might have been that was a great demo. As now Shooting You's gonna go. He gets it past one. Can he get it past Solrak? He can't. But Timmy pushed up too far. It's an open net. He hits the top bar and in. And Solrak just with the counterattack. Timmy got a little aggressive. He's like, go. Wait, I'm supposed to be defending.
Yeah, that's the twos mentality. You kind of always want to have someone a little behind in case something like that happens. In this case, the Sabres just really made him pay for it.
Indeed, making him pay, as now 35th is going to take it off the wall here. Shooting You gets the good 50 so that Timmy can take it. He's going to try to center it. It's going to hit the ceiling. Shooting You goes up and just couldn't quite get it as Solrak beats him to it. But now Solrak's got an open net. Can he get it past Timmy? Yo, he just barely hits the post. But it's still in the Jets' half. As now Solrak has to challenge that, but luckily 35th is back. I thought 35th hadn't gotten back in time, and that was about to be a Jets goal. But 35th ends up missing that. And Timmy now takes the shot. It's Solrak with the save. Now 35th has to take it down, but shooting you with a great 50 to keep it in the zone. But Timmy has to be careful here, knowing that they can boom it downfield and screw them. But, oh, Timmy throws it off to the side. No, almost threw it in front of the net to a Sabre there. But, I mean, one goal on the board, and it doesn't look like the Jets are taking as many shots as they used to, because they're only at one shot right now.
Absolutely, only putting on one shot. Sabre already at 5 shots. Just now, they had 2 back-to-back, and they are going to pummel this one in the back of the net. What exactly are the Jets doing? They are both on the far side of the field while this ball is just floating around in front of their net.
I think Timmy went up to grab Boost thinking that Shooting You was going to throw it upfield to him, but obviously Shooting You just got beat, and Solrak was there for the goal. But, I mean, you mentioned Sabres taking a page out of the Jets playbook. They're doing exactly that. I mean, 6 shots on net, 2 goals. I mean, yeah, your shooting percentage isn't good, but you're just pummeling. You're just playing exactly what the Jets have been doing to you for the past 3 games. I say that as Shooting You gets a great little doink into the top corner, and the Jets are right back in this.
Absolutely. Jets only down by 1, but I did like what you said about the Sabres. And my thought was they just really need to do something like that. They need to lob shots on net. And honestly, that's working now with 7 shots with 2 goals. You know, they're putting them up there. They just need to make sure that they're going in now.
Yeah. And I say that as now 35th hits it. A little bouncing shot there. Timmy's obviously got to get it off. But now it's Solrak. Throws it mid, 35th with a great shot. I think it was Timmy was in the goal, couldn't quite get it, but the Jets are just right next to each other, double committed, and 35th just had an open net.
Absolutely. That was a double commit in the corner. It looks like they were both trying to go for the same boost. Maybe that was just a miscommunication. However, you should never leave that goal wide open like they did just to let somebody score on you.
Yeah, and I mean, it was just the double commit there right in front of the goal that really cost them there. As now Solrak is going to go. He's going to get the touch. He chips it over Shooting You, but Timmy with the save, but 35th's there with the shot. Is it on? Yes, it was. I don't think it was on because Shooting You didn't get the save for that, but I thought it was on my screen as Solrak with a great little touch there. Shooting You again has to clear it to the side. And again, just the non-stop shots coming out from the Sabres. I mean, they have 9 shots right now compared to the Jets 2. This is a complete reversal of what we've been seeing all this series as Timmy has to throw another shot on net, but couldn't quite get it in. And now 35th has to launch it downfield. Couldn't quite get it down there as now Solrak sends it down. It hits the corner, goes up. Timmy has to come down. Solrak with the shot. It hits the crossbar, and Shooting You has to back up and then re-hit it again. Luckily, he gets it before 35th can. As now he's got to wait, or is he going to solo play this? He goes for the demo play. Couldn't find anyone. I think he just slightly got a touch on 35th, but the Jets got to score a goal here with 1 minute 30 left, or we could be going into a Game 5 decider.
Absolutely. I was just thinking about that myself. In the next minute and 20 seconds, the Jets really need to put one in the net, and as I say that, they do, making them only down by 1. But if they don't win this game, we're going to a Game 5. Well, we're going to a Game 5 regardless, but we are going to a Game 5 decision on who's going to come out with this W.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll see. It's again like a reversal of what we've been seeing, but this time the Jets have actually had a really solid shooting percentage. Now, to be fair, that goal was an open net that I don't think they were planning on, but he passes it out to 35th, gets the shot just barely off as Timmy has to make a great save on the post, use the post to save it with him, but now Shooting You all by himself. It's just him and 35th. He almost gets it by him, but Timmy has to take the shot, and a great touch there by 35th again. to throw it off to the side. 35th had to save it again, but he has to wait because he knows Timmy doesn't have the angle. As now Solrak has to go. Timmy tried to throw it mid the shooting you, but now shooting you gets a good touch. They're battling. It's chaos in front of the net. 35th is going to take the corner boost and try to bring it upfield, but he just gets a weak touch as the shooting you booms it downfield. Now Timmy is trying to send it mid. He sees shooting you mid. He can't quite get it to shooting you. As now 35th is going to have to take his time. He knows all he has to do is waste time here. Throws it down to Solrak. This might get punished. It doesn't quite get punished, but we get down to the final 10 seconds. This might be the last opportunity for the Jets as shooting you turns. He shoots. It's just barely off. 35th throws it to the side, and this game might be over unless it can stay up. It touches the ground, and Sabres take the 4th game, and we go to a Game 5 decider.
Game 5 decider indeed. Sabres put 13 shots on net. That is just unheard of for them. They took that page out of the Jets book and decided, I'm going to throw everything I've got at this net. And only 3 goals stuck, but it's only 3 goals that they needed. The Jets had a total of 4 shots. That's a 50% shooting percentage, but it's not like we've seen in the past 3 games, or 4 games now, I'm sorry, of them playing.
Yeah, just a complete, as we mentioned, a complete just role reversal. I mean, the Jets had all the shots before this 4th game. And now
Absolutely.
The Sabres just have all the shots. I'm not sure how to feel about this.
Now, I am really excited for this next game. Now that we can see that the Sabres can put those shots on net, and the Jets can also, as we've seen the past 4 games, it is going to be a slugfest for this Game 5 to see who wins this series.
And yeah, we'll see here as, again, just most shots wins. That's what it is. Just most shots wins. I feel like the Jets can possibly take this one, but Sabres have the momentum right now as we get into the final Game 5 decider. It's 2-2 in the series. Timmy and Solrak take the kickoff. Shooting you has to clear it, but it goes over the bar and out as Timmy with a great 50 there, but now it's an awkward position for Solrak. He gets a little control touch there to make sure that Timmy or shooting you didn't have the shot. And now Solrak has to go, but Timmy with a great shot, it just barely hits the post. And the Sabres are saying, oh, they should have scored that one. But we're still 0-0 here as Solrak takes a shot and shooting you with a goal line save. And just the fireworks are starting with Game 1 as now Timmy's got to take a shot on net and Solrak with another save. And just the fireworks in Game 1 in just the first 30 seconds.
Absolutely. We're now coming up on a minute in here, and the Sabres, 35th, getting that goal. They knew they were going to get one eventually as they just kept piling on the shots. Even now, it's like a race to the finish for who can get the most shots. Sabres shooting 50% with 2 shots and 1 goal, and it's only 1 minute in. I can only imagine what the rest of the series is going to hold for us, the rest of the game, I should say.
Yeah, and we'll see here. I mean, it's 1-0 to the Sabres as great save there, but it wasn't quite enough as shooting you ties it up. 35th just tried to get the save, but it just hits the post and goes the opposite direction right to shooting you. Goes, I will take that, thank you. And Solrak almost had an actual save there, but we're still 1-1. 4 minutes left. It's still anyone's game here. As now Timmy's gonna have to be back, but 35th gets it past him, but Solrak doesn't quite go for the touch that he wanted. As now it's going to go back center, but 35th gets a little backflip there, but he still manages to beat shooting you to the ball. Timmy now has to take this off the ceiling. He's got to go, and Solrak does beat him. And it just seems like it's a little tennis match right now. As shooting is going to get a shot, but it just goes a little high and off. And I mean, right now, who's winning the shooting battle? Nobody. It's 3-3. Never mind. It's now the Jets are winning the shooting battle here. As shooting, he throws it off the post. Can he get the double touch? No, he cannot. 35th hits it out of his way, and Solrak gets the clear. And a great teamwork play there by the Sabres to keep it 1-1.
Now the Sabres just need to keep that teamwork up for the rest of the 3 minutes left in this game if they want to pull off with a win. If they don't, I feel that the Jets are going to do exactly as they did the first 3 games and just put a lot of shots on net. And they really are. Both teams are slugging it out, as we can tell by the scoreboard, it just being 1-1 as we approach halftime. This is just a thoroughly impressive Champion League game that we're watching.
And I was mentioning the shot count earlier is just who's going to win this. Jets are currently at 5 shots. Sabres are currently at 3. So we're seeing that the Jets are winning the shooting battle right now, but obviously it's tied. But the question is, can they keep it up here? As Solrak's going to back pass at the 35th. 35th takes a shot. It's just barely off there. As now it's Timmy's turn. Timmy's just going to dribble this all by himself. He gets it past one. Can he get it past the other? No, he can't. So he's just going to demo him. And now Shooting You's got to turn around. He takes the slow turn, gets it past 35th, but Solrak's going to beat him to it. As now he launches down the field. Can 35th get a touch? No, he cannot. As now Solrak here has to boom it downfield into the corner. He's got 35th in the mid. Can he get it? He's just going to fake one. He almost air dribbles it over the other. And it's so close for the Sabres, but yet so far away here as now 35th tries to keep it in the zone. And the Sabres are trying to keep it in the zone, keep the pressure up, just get the shots on. But they have yet to get a shot in that possession. As now Solrak gets another chance. The Jets are kind of in their defensive shell right now. Solrak goes for a demo play. Can't quite get it now. Shooting You. He's going to take it down the field. It's a 50. Into the sidewall. It pops up. And Shooting You bumps his own teammate. But luckily he's back to save it. That was almost disaster for the Jets. As he bumps his own teammate going back. And they're still kind of fuzzled up. As Solrak's going to get a goal to take the lead.
Absolutely. That was a good goal by Solrak, really reading Timmy, making sure that he needed to go up and over him. Now there's 1 minute and 17 seconds left. The Jets need to put it into overdrive if they want to win this game. As of right now, your initial call on shots is being correct. The Sabres have a total of 7 shots, whereas the Jets only 5. I think you're right in calling it. It's whoever takes the most amount of shots with these two teams is going to win.
I mean, we'll have to see here, but Jets, that kickoff goal just killed them. You got 1 minute 15 left, and you just gave up a kickoff goal. But I say that as Shooting You almost gets one of his own. As now the Jets win the kickoff, but Timmy misses that and kind of kills the offensive opportunity there for the Jets. But we get down to this final minute here, and Shooting You tries to go for it, but now Timmy throws it up. It's going to be off the backboard. Can he get the double tap? No, he cannot, as Solrak clears it to the side. Shooting You's got to go again. He throws it center, but Timmy's already going back. 35th throws it up to Solrak, and Solrak can't really get it. So close, but they don't even need the goal. They just need to waste time here. As now Shooting You throws it down the field. They've got about 35 seconds left. But Shooting You misses that there, and 35th knows that he just has to wait. As now Solrak just takes his time. He gets it over one. Timmy's got to dribble this down the field. He's got to get it past one. He can't even get it past one as the Sabres are holding right now on this midfield line. Solrak with a great play to get it center, but obviously 35th not pushing up, knowing they're in the lead. He goes for the Doomsday dish, almost gets it. As we get down to the final 10 seconds, it looks like the Jets are going to fall, and the Sabres will take this game 2-1. It hits the ground, and the Sabres win this series 3-2.
What a phenomenal series to watch. I'm glad I could have casted it. It was a really interesting game, this last game. Seeing the Sabres come out and put up 9 shots, just to have 3 of them go in. However, the Jets tried their best to put up shots as best they could, but only achieving 5 and only having 1 goal. It was an interesting game and a very interesting series.
And I mean, I said at the beginning, most shots is what's going to get you the win. But I mean, I did not expect, if you would have told me game 2-3 that Sabres were going to just turn this thing around and just do exactly what the Jets have been doing the whole time, I would have called you crazy. I didn't think the Sabres had it in them to do exactly what the Jets had been doing them this whole series, but they did it, and they got the last 2 games, and they got the win.
It was a good series and a good win, Ben. I'm sorry, B++. We know each other too well.
We do know each other too well.
And hey, this time we prevented ourselves from saying inappropriate things on stream, Ben, which is awesome. We can't say we always have here on MLE Esports GG2, but I thought that was a great series. Do you have any other closing comments for us?
I do not. Just a great series to end off the night here on MLE Esports GG2. Now, we have the Spartans and the Aviators on the main stream, the B stream over here. That's it for us. That was our last game of the night, but we have one more match over on the main stream. My boys, the Spartans, playing the Aviators, and I think that will be a very exciting match to watch, but that we will be signing off here on MLE Esports GG2. Good night.